Hello everyone. So now we have reached part 3 of nucleophilic aromatic substitution. So two of the mechanism among three we have already seen. So now we will see the last mechanism, that is aromatic SN1 mechanism. So SN1 mechanism, but it is aromatic. So SN1, that means S for substitution, N for nucleophilic and 1 for unimolecular. Okay, that is in the rate determining step there will be only one molecule involved. So this is a first order nucleophilic substitution. Okay, this is first order nucleophilic substitution. So rate of the reaction, it depends only upon the nature of the substrate, and there is no effect on the concentration of the incoming nucleophile that we are using on the rate of the reaction. So that is why it is aromatic SN1. It is not like the SN1 you have seen for aliphatic molecules. It is different. So this reaction mechanism, unlike the previous two, that is SNAR mechanism, that is the number 1 we have seen, and number 2 we have seen benzene mechanism. So unlike these two, this number 3, that is aromatic SN1, it is not very common. So we can see this type of mechanism only when there is formation of diazonium salt as substrate. Now what is the driving force here? See, in the step 1, this is the aryl diazonium cation. The first step is the formation of this intermediate, which is aryl cation. This is our intermediate, INT I am writing, and here the driving force is the liberation of nitrogen. So nitrogen is a very good leaving group. Okay, so that is the reason that you can easily form this type of aryl cation. Otherwise this type of aryl cation is not very stable at all. And in the step 2, there is nucleophile we are using. So this will attack here, and finally you will get your product. Some more examples we will see. So with this benzene diazonium aryl cation, that is the same intermediate, depending on what type of Y you are using, Y minus, this is the general expression. So here our Y is H2O, here our Y is Cl minus, here our Y is methanol. So methoxy substituted benzene, chloro substituted benzene, and OH substituted benzene. Different types of products we are getting. Now we will see what is the structure of this aryl diazonium cation and why it is so unstable. So this is the sp2 orbital. Fine. Previous, that is when there is this N2 is removed, there will be a positive charge generation. So this molecule is actually this one. So here you can see this is the aromatic sextate. It is still intact, but this sp2, where the positive charge is present, this is not part of the pi electron. It is perpendicular to the aromatic sextate. It is 90 degree. So this positive charge, it is not part of the aromatic sextate. This positive charge is localized. This is not delocalized, because delocalization is not possible at all. sp2 is 90 degree with respect to all these p orbital. So all these are p orbitals. Okay. So if you consider this carbon, there are total 3 sp2. This carbon is using one sp2 for bond formation with this carbon, another sp2 for bond formation with this. This third sp2, it is actually this green orbital, and the free p orbital, that is this one. Okay, so that is the reason, as the positive charge is not localized, sorry, it is not delocalized. So that is why this aryl cation, it is highly unstable, and only in the special case, that is when our leaving group is N2, then only you can get this type of aryl cation. Next we will see that what is the evidence behind the formation of aryl cation, or you can say Ar plus. So for that purpose, what we will do? We will do isotopic labeling experiment. So suppose we have started from this molecule, methyl substituted aryl diazonium cation. Now it is not just any aryl diazonium cation. There is a labeling, that is this nitrogen is 15 nitrogen. It is not normal 14 nitrogen. Okay. Now suppose you are doing hydrolysis reaction with it. Okay, so product obviously we will get, but in the medium, suppose this aryl cation, if it is formed, then this should be the structure, and this is the nitrogen molecule. This is nitrogen molecule, right? But suppose when the as the reaction has reversible nature, so the recovered starting material mixture, if we carefully observe this, then we have found this molecule also, which is this one. Now the 15 nitrogen, it is this nitrogen, not the nitrogen which is directly attached to the benzene ring, not this nitrogen. So this type of exchange of nitrogen, it is possible only if this aryl cation is free in medium. Then only it is possible that this nitrogen, it will again attack this aryl cation, and now the attachment, it will be through this nitrogen. Okay, so now this will be the connection point, not this. So this is possible, that is, if you can somehow isolate this molecule, it will prove the presence of this aryl cation. So this is the evidence behind the formation of this aryl cation by isotopic labeling experiment. Okay. Now there is a question that for allyl halides and vinyl halides, they do not undergo nucleophilic aromatic substitution reaction by two-step SN1 or one-step SN2. That we have seen in case of alkyl halides. So what are the reasons behind that? So here the SN1 mechanism that we are discussing, that is actually aromatic SN1. It is not normal aliphatic SN1 that we have seen in case of aliphatic compounds, which is two-step. So two-step SN1 or concerted SN2 that we have seen in case of alkyl halides, that type of mechanism here we do not see. So what is the reason that we will now see? So displacement of an aryl or vinyl halogen in an SN2 mechanism, it is very difficult because the benzene ring for aryl halide or the double bond for vinyl halide, it will prevent the backside attack of the nucleophile. So backside attack, remember in case of SN2 for aliphatic halides we have seen. Okay. Now if you say that why the front attack is not possible, like this. Suppose this is your nucleophile and this is the leaving group in case of aromatic, and if it is vinyl, then CH2 double bond CH. So this is the front attack. But front attack, it is highly energy requiring process. So this type of transition state, it is highly unlikely. We will not observe it. Okay. So that is the reason that the one-step concerted SN2 that we have observed for alkyl halides, here that is not possible in case of aryl halides and vinyl halides. So this is the first reason. Number one. The second reason is, if the that is carbocation that we have observed in case of alkyl halides, if it is formed, then sp2 hybridized carbon atoms, we know compared to sp3, they are more electronegative because of more s character in sp2 compared to sp3. So that is why if carbocation intermediate is formed through SN1 in two-step SN1 mechanism, that will be very unstable. So that is the another reason Now it is for SN1. The previous reason that we have seen, that is for SN2 mechanism. Now it is for SN1 mechanism. So this is reason number 2. Now what is the third reason? The CX bond in aryl halide or vinyl halide, they are very short and strong because of the considerable double bond character. So how you can get this double bond character? That you will see by resonance. So here we have the structure, resonance structures of chlorobenzene as well as vinyl chloride. So see the CX bond, that is, this is our X, that is X, here is chlorine. So these type of resonance structures, if you see here, there is considerable double bond character after resonance. So because of this considerable double bond character, bond breaking either by SN1 or SN2, whatever is the mechanism, it will always require high energy. And this is our vinyl chloride. Here also you can see after the resonance, there is double bond character between carbon and the chlorine, that is our actually leaving group. So when there is a double bond character between the carbon and the leaving group, so here this is our leaving group. So obviously that to break that bond, it will require very high energy. So this is the number 3, third reason why this type of 2-step SN1 or 1-step SN1, it is highly unlikely. Okay, so that's all about SN1, aromatic SN1 mechanism. It is not very common, only we can observe it when there is a formation of aryl cation by the that is leaving group. When there is a leaving group nitrogen, then only it is possible. That is the driving force. Otherwise this type of mechanism is not so common, unlike the previous 2 mechanisms, that is addition elimination mechanism, which is SNAR, and the second one is elimination addition mechanism, which is benzene mechanism. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss some problems regarding all these mechanisms. Okay, so until that, goodbye. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. I'll meet you in the next video, and thank you for your time.